This is the terrifying story of the vanishing village of Lake Anjikuni. Inuit is an indigenous people of Arctic regions in Canada, Greenland, and Alaska. They have a rich history and culture and are known for their incredible feats of survival in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. However, there's one story from their history that has remained a mystery even to this day. It's about a village that just vanished. On November 18th, 1930, a pilot named Fred Custis flew over the Canadian Arctic on a routine mission. As he flew over the desolate landscape, he noticed something strange. There was a village in the distance, and he decided to investigate. As he got closer, he realized that the village was deserted. There were no signs of life anywhere. The houses were empty, and the streets were deserted. It was like the entire village had vanished into thin air. Custard landed his plane nearby and began searching for survivors, but he didn't find anyone. He walked through the village, calling out to anyone who might be there, but only silence answered him. He checked the houses to see if anyone was inside, but they were all empty. It was as if the village had been abandoned in a hurry. As he continued his search, he noticed something even stranger. There was no snow on the ground around the village, even though it was the middle of winter, and the temperatures had been below freezing for weeks. It was as if the snow had simply melted away. Custard reported his findings to the Royal Canadian Air Force, but they didn't believe him. They thought he was mistaken or perhaps seeing things that weren't there. But when another pilot flew over the area and confirmed Custard's report, the government was forced to take action. A rescue party was sent to the village, but when they arrived, they found nothing but empty buildings and a single sled. It was clear that whatever had happened to the villagers, it had happened quickly. One minute they were there, and the next they were gone. To this day, no one knows what happened to the villagers. Some believe that they simply picked up and moved to a new location, perhaps following the advice of an elder who had foreseen the destruction of their village. Others believe that they were taken by a blizzard, which could have easily happened in such a desolate landscape. Still, others believe that they were victims of foul play, perhaps at the hands of the Canadian government, which had been known to use Inuit villages for target practice during the Second World War. There are many theories, but no one knows for sure what happened to the village of Lake Anjikuni. The mystery has persisted for nearly a century, and it continues to baffle scientists and historians alike. Some say the government is hiding the truth about what happened to the villagers. They point to the fact that the government had a history of using Inuit villages for target practice during the Second World War, and they believe that the government could be hiding evidence of this in order to avoid a scandal. However, there's no evidence to support this theory, and it remains just that, a theory. Others believe that the villagers were taken by a natural phenomenon, such as a blizzard. Blizzards are common in the Arctic, and they can be deadly. It's possible that a blizzard could have swept through the village and taken the villagers by surprise. If they were caught outside, they could have easily been buried in the snow and suffocated. Still, others believe that the villagers may have simply abandoned their homes and fled to a new location. This may sound strange, but it's not unheard of for Inuit villages to be abandoned when the resources in the area are depleted or when the government decides to move them to a new location. The truth is, no one knows what happened to the village of Lake Anjikuni, and the mystery is likely to remain unsolved forever. The disappearance of the village is a stark reminder of the harsh realities of life in the Arctic and the unforgiving nature of the environment. It's also a reminder of the importance of respecting indigenous cultures and the knowledge that they hold. If you want to hear more stories like this one, stay tuned. I've shared many similar videos here,